What's up everyone, Jason from Jeep. Today we're working on the Renix, the 1990 Cherokee. I'm going to clean out the throttle body. Give that a good cleaning, clean the idle air control valve, and just get that all nice and sparkly shiny. Before we get started, if you want to click subscribe, you'll see me working on the Renix, the 1990, and then I've got a 96 I'm working on as well. And if this video helps you out, please give it a thumbs up. So the air box and all the hoses and everything are out of the way from a previous job I did. If you missed that when I was changing the motor mounts, here's a look back at how I got to this point. So with all this out of the way, we need to get some things unhooked here. This looks like the, it's not the kickdown cable, what do they call that? It goes to the transmission, I forgot. That just slides up and off. This looks like it just pops off. I hope it just pops off. Yeah, it's just a little ball and pops off there. What else do we need to do? We need to unplug a few things here. Or we could just slide that out. We'll just slide that out like that. These are T40s. Now it's always good to get a new gasket. I forgot to get one, so we're just gonna have to make the old one work for us. And so we want to get these things out of the way. These are just T20s. Well, sorry about that. I don't know where the camera battery died while I was cleaning, but just a couple of things to point out is make sure you get the edges of the butterfly in there. You want all the black off the edges, or as much as you can, because just a little bit of carbon buildup will keep that from closing all the way fully. And then the idle air control valve, when you clean it, just be real careful with it. You don't want to pull this out or push it in or twist it or anything like that. There's a little sleeve there that where they're sticking out more, you could push that down further, but just try to get as much cleaner in as you can without doing too much damage to it, but get the outside nice and clean. So let's go put it back on. Okay, so I already put the idle air control valve back in. Just make sure the rubber washer that's on there goes back in, and then I put the throttle position sensor back on as well. We'll adjust that here in just a minute. So the gasket, like I say, a new gasket would really be beneficial, but I don't have a new gasket, so we're just going to have to make the old one work best we can. Okay, so we're going to adjust the TPS here. We want to get a base reading, and then we need to adjust our, I forgot what the other reading is, but we need it 17% of the base reading. So what you want to do is there's a dust cover on the plug here. You've got a square plug and a flat plug. If you're doing a manual, I believe it just has the flat plug, but we don't need to worry about the square plug. So you just lift up on this dust cover. There's a couple little flappy doos there, and that'll let you get to these probes or these wires here, where you can shove your probes down in there, hopefully without too much of a distraction. You've got A, B, and C. B is always going to be your ground. And for the base reading, we want it on DC volts, and I believe we want it in the 20 range. And you want your battery hooked up. Okay, battery's hooked up, so then we're going to probe. We got the ground into ground, letter B, and now we're going to go into letter A. And I'm getting no base reading. Maybe we need the accessory on for this. There we go. So turn your key to the accessory so that you have power. So 4.85 is our base reading. So take the calculator. You got 4.85. To find 17%, you're going to multiply it by 0.17, 0.8245. So 0.82 basically is what we're looking for. So let's go. We're going to pull it out of the A side, put it into the C side. And we're at 0.54, so we've got to do a little adjusting. .82. There we go. Then you just tighten it down, take them out, and put your clips back on. And we're ready to start putting things back together here. Well, there we go. Throttle body clean, TPS adjusted, and we'll get it started up. I've got to finish changing the oil, and then we'll test it out. But I'm going to call it done. So it's done. We're ready to go, and I'm going to call it good. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. We've got more videos coming up.